As much time as I spent in med school and college put together. You know, I'm a very earnest, very authentic person. She taught me to put the audience first. And her passion, which I think came through very nicely this week in her last shows, was to make sure you realized that there was no place for shame, that you could be the real force in your life, and you could make life better for yourself by just showing up in your own life. And I think my mantra on our show has been the exact same thing. And as you know, we're taking over her spot in most of the country now that she's going off the air. And it's the exact same mission that we try to achieve for her. And I promised her that I'll make her proud. And Oprah, I mean it.
Well, we hope she's watching. Now, I understand that today, 4 to 6 o'clock this afternoon, you're offering free cab rides, right, for stressed out New Yorkers and free blood pressure screenings. Can you tell us a little bit about this?
Well, part of the reason we're doing it in rush hour traffic is because we know how stressful that can be for New Yorkers. I think it really is a metaphor for the rest of the country. And we want to meet people where they are in their lives. And since we're making the move to 4 o'clock or the Oprah slot in most of the countries, we thought we'd celebrate it by coming to you at a stressful time, and then we'll check your blood pressure. Now, the cab rides are free, in case everyone's wondering. But the blood pressure measurements are invaluable. They're free too, obviously. But when you know your blood pressure number, which is truly the silent killer we have not paid attention to in America, the #1 cause of aging in this country, you can do dramatic things to improve it. And we're going to educate you in your cab ride, so you'll be a lot smarter when you get out of the cab.
Yeah, it's always pretty stressful, those cab rides in New York. But more seriously, there is a new study that we know that's out that says young people now, 24 to 32, have high blood pressure, and it's almost 5 times higher than originally thought. What is happening? Why is that happening, and why is it so dangerous?
Well, Suzanne, let me blow your mind. I'm a heart surgeon, as you know. I still operate, and I've begun taking care of 25-year-old people who have blocked arteries. Now, how could that be? The reason is because we have so much childhood obesity in this country, dramatically increasing much faster than it is in the adult population. And these kids, when they have a lot of belly fat in particular, it squeezes their kidneys, which causes high blood pressure. The thing we're talking about in these cabs today. It also poisons the kids' livers, which is leading to high cholesterol numbers. And it blocks their insulin, so they get diabetes. So the belly fat that kids in America today are experiencing in unimaginable numbers are leading to early disease detection, in my case, coronary disease, but strokes, kidney failure, and the like. And that all is happening because of the blood pressure that you identified.
What should you do? How can you protect yourself from something like that happening or getting out of control?
Well, the first thing for kids to do is to recognize that if they cannot control what's going on inside their bodies, they'll never control what's happening in the world outside of them. And when kids, we have a program called Health Corps, we take in this to schools to try to educate kids about their bodies. It's the #1 focus. It's not about weight loss, it's about mental resilience. Once you appreciate that, you recognize 2 important factors. One, if you cut out the white foods, white sugar, white rice, white pasta, those white foods, those sugars, are converted by your liver into fat. Which is the main reason we've gained obesity in this country. And the second thing you absolutely have to do is stay active. Kids historically were very active. Suzanne, let me ask you a question. Did you walk to school as a kid?
Well, I took the bus, but I was involved in a lot of activities after school.
That's okay. Not everyone walked, but about 60% of our generation walked to school. Today, 10% of kids walk to school. That dramatic shift in the most basic thing you do in the morning when you get up, which is to go to school, is reflective of what's going on in our schools at every different level. Physical activity often isn't reimbursed in schools, therefore schools don't afford them to kids anymore. If you don't make the varsity team, you're not going to be playing sports. But kids can beat the path to health because they are the activists. Although we see them as our Achilles tendon, they actually are the strength of our society. They're the future, and they always will be.
All right. Well, Dr. Oz, we'll be watching for you in your new time slot. It's a big shoes to fill, but as always, we enjoy watching you, so we will stay tuned. Thank you very much for your advice.
Thank you.